Welcome friends. Let us continue to study steam generation on my YouTube channel. Kindly like, share and subscribe my YouTube channel. The topic included in today's lecture is numerical on throttling calorimeter. Determine the dryness fraction of steam supplied to throttling calorimeter. Steam pressure in the main pipe is 1.3 megapascal. Barometer reading is equals to 760 millimeter of Hg. Manometer reading is 180 millimeter of Hg. Temperature of steam after throttling is 140 degrees Celsius. Take Cp of steam is equals to 2.1 kilojoule per kg Kelvin. Let us see what data they have given. Throttling calorimeter, pressure of steam before throttling, that is 1.3 megapascal, but we know that to get the value from the steam table we require in bar. So let us convert into the bar. So it is 1.3 into 10 raised to 6 pascal. 1 bar is equal to 10 raised to 5 pascal, and therefore 1.3 into 10 raised to 6 divided by 10 raised to 5 bar, and that is equals to 13 bar. So pressure before throttling, that is P1, is equals to 13 bar. Pressure of steam after throttling, have they given? No, they have not given. They have given barometer and manometer reading. So using these two data, we have to find out the pressure after throttling, that is P2 bar. So barometer reading is 760 millimeter of Hg. Manometer reading is 180 millimeter of Hg. So absolute pressure, that is the pressure after throttling, P2 is equals to barometer reading plus manometer reading, and that is 760 plus 180, that is 940 millimeter of Hg. Again, we require the pressure after throttling in bar, not in millimeter of Hg. So we are required to convert pressure in millimeter of Hg into bar. Now let us convert. P2 is 940 millimeter of Hg, and to be converted into bar, 760 millimeter of Hg is equals to 1.01325 bar. What millimeter of Hg we have? 940 millimeter of Hg is equals to how much bar? So using this we can calculate P2 is equals to 1.25 bar. That is pressure of steam after throttling that we have got is 1.25 bar. Now temperature of steam after throttling 140 degrees Celsius, right? So before throttling P1 is 13 bar from steam table, HF1 and HFG1 value we have taken from the steam table. Pressure after throttling P2 is 1.25 bar, and from steam table T set is 105.95 degrees Celsius and Hg2 is 2685.2 kilojoule per kg. So the data from the steam table at before throttling pressure and after throttling pressure we have taken. Now we have to identify which case is there, whether case 1, case 2 or case 3. That is initially wet converted into dry, case 2 initially wet converted into superheated, and third initially wet and finally also wet. So first of all we have to decide which case is there given in the numerical. Let us check it. As the temperature of steam after throttling is given, that is 140, and 140 is more than the saturation temperature at pressure after throttling. And what is the saturation temperature pressure after throttling? 105.95 degrees Celsius. But what is the steam temperature after throttling? 140. So the T2 given temperature is more than the saturation temperature. It means steam after throttling is superheated, and T2 given is equals to T sup, that is equals to 140 degrees Celsius. So now what is the case here? Wet is converted into superheated steam. So my case is initial condition of steam is wet and final condition is superheated steam. So what is the equation? Initially H wet, finally H sup. H wet is equals to HF1 plus X into HFG1, that is equals to Hg2 plus Cp of steam T2 minus Tz2. Yes, all data we have. HF1 and HFG1 from steam table at initial pressure or the higher pressure. Hg2 and Tz2 from the pressure after throttling, again from steam table. So we can calculate or we can write down the values and we can calculate the X, and that X is equals to 0.9854, that is 98.54%. Thank you.